Greetings, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel. Today we're going to fire up the Big Joe and throw on a beautiful southern style peach pie. So let's get started. We're going to start off by lighting up one of the Kamado Joe fire starter cubes, and we're going to let this burn for about 10 minutes or so with the lid open. I'm going to set both halves of my heat deflector in the lower position. I'm using the X-rack here to elevate it just a little bit. If you're not using the X-rack, just set the heat deflector down in the lower position, and then we're going to set both of our Half Moon grill grates in the top position. We're going to be cooking today at about 375, so I'm going to close my bottom vent about halfway, and I'm going to close the slider on the top vent almost all the way with the daisy wheel fully open. And we're going to let this guy come up to around 375, and if I need to make any vent adjustments, I'm going to do it all up here. I'll either close it up to cool it down or open it up more to let it warm up. While our grill's warming up, we're going to get started making the filling for this peach pie. We're going to start out over medium heat in a pan here. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to melt that. And as that gets melted, we're going to add a half a cup of sugar. We're going to add 1/2 cup of brown sugar and get that mixed in. Then we're going to add 1/4 cup of Gran Marnier. And then 1/4 cup of Amaretto. And we're going to stir that until that sugar gets dissolved. Next, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And then a tablespoon of cornstarch to help thicken this up. And we're going to simmer that over low for about 5 minutes. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dump in 4 cups. Actually, this is probably a little more. It's a 4-cup measuring cup packed all the way to the top with fresh sliced peaches. And then we're going to toss the peaches in our filling mixture. And then we're just going to set this aside. Okay, I've taken a ready-made pie crust and spread it in the bottom of my 10-inch cast iron skillet. And we're going to dump our peach pie filling right in on top of that, and then we're going to cover it with another pie crust. Next thing we're going to do is I've made a little egg wash out of about 1 tablespoon of water and 1 beaten egg. We're going to brush the top of this pie all the way around with an egg wash, and then we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of sugar on the top, and then we're going to score the top of the pie all the way around in about 6 places. And now this guy is ready to go to the grill. Okay, our grill's up to temperature, and I've decided to put my extended cooking rack here on the Big Joe to bring this guy up a little closer to the top of the grill. And I'm going to set her right there in the middle, and we're going to cook this for 30 minutes or so at between 350 and 375 till the top's golden brown and it's bubbly. So we'll come back to have a look then. Been going about 35 minutes or so, and this bad boy is ready. I'm going to take it off the grill. We're going to take it inside and let it cool. I just couldn't wait any longer to get this thing out of the pan. It's not set up quite completely. It's a little bit runny still till it cools a little bit more, but I just had to have a taste of this. Oh man, that has a beautiful flavor. The Gran Marnier, which is an orange liqueur, and the Amaretto really come through there nicely. The Amaretto's got the almond flavor, and that coupled with the peaches and the spices that we put in this are fantastic. Folks, if you've never cooked a pie on your Kamado Joe, give it a try. Until next time, this is John Setzler with Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.